السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعين به ونستغفره ولله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أما بعد, جزاكم الله خير. My dear respected brothers and sisters, I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless you and honor you and increase your level of knowledge. Brothers and sisters, today we're going to continue to talk about our fifth episode of what is the Aqeedah of Ahl Sunnah and Jama'ah. And today, bidnillah ta'ala, brothers and sisters, we're going to be talking about, bidnillah ta'ala, what are we going to be talking about? We're going to talk about the fifth belief, which is the belief in the hereafter. The belief in the hereafter. And again, brothers and sisters, this is something that many Muslims or many people believe this is the part of our core belief. But when it comes to practicality, very few people really mean or practice as if they believed in the hereafter. So what does it mean? What is it when we say we believe in the hereafter? We believe that one day Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, at the end of times, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to gather all his creations and is going to judge us. And whoever have done right, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to make them enter into the heaven. And whoever done wrong, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or for those who deserve to go to the hellfire, or they failed this test in this life, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to take them to the hellfire. And this is what our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us, and this is what previous prophets have told their people, that at the end of times there's going to be a hereafter. And this is something, and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam have told us in details about the steps or the stages that we would have to go through. It started with death, and then after that there is and then after from death until the hereafter. We call this the Hayat al-Barzakh, the life of al-Barzakh. And then after that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to resurrect us in the hereafter. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in that day, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to judge us based on our deeds, and it's going to be a tough day. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to weigh our good deeds and bad deeds. If our good deeds is more than our bad deeds, then we're going to go to the heaven. And if our bad deeds more than our good deeds, then we're going to go to the hellfire. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to show us the books of our good or bad deeds, where the books is going to be scattered, and whoever grab the book in his right hand, then he's going to be successful, and whoever grab the book in his left hand, then he's going to be among the losers. And some people might take the book in their left hand and they're proud of what they have accomplished, and some people are going to take their book in their left hand and they're shameful of what they have accomplished, and some people would have their book behind their back, so because they're ashamed of what they have done in this dunya. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also is going to expose us to the al-Hawd, the lake of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And this lake is dedicated for the believers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his Prophet. And Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is going to give us water out of his own hands. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to, within this day, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to show us the heaven, the hellfire. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to make the believer see him in the hereafter, in the Jannah, and etc. So, brothers and sisters, this is kind of in brief, what is the hereafter? What is the hereafter? So, and subhanallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have indicated the importance and the fact that this day is going to come many times in the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, زعم الذين كفروا أن لن يبعثوا قل بلى وربي لتبعثن ثم لتنبؤن بما عملتم وذلك على الله يسير. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that the disbelievers claimed that they're not going to be sent, they're not going to be resurrected. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, He swear, you shall be resurrected. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to tell you what you have accomplished. And this is something indeed easy for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can do. And وَقَالَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا لَا تَأْتِينَا السَّاعَةِ. And the people who disbelieve, they said the hour is not going to come. قُلْ بَلَى وَرَبِّي لَتَأْتِيَنَّكُمْ عَالِمِ الْغَيْبِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, indeed is going to come to you, the one who knows, he knows the unseen. لا يعزب عنه مثقال ذرة في السماوات ولا في الأرض ولا أصغر من ذلك ولا أكبر إلا في كتاب مبين. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he knows everything. He knows the small and the big. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he knows everything in this world. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is swearing that this day is going to come no matter what. So brothers and sisters, when we say that, and part of our belief, when we say that we believe that the hereafter, what does it mean? It means that we call it in Arabic التصديق الجازم. We have firm belief that's going to happen. It's not just merely saying it. We have firm belief that it's going to happen. We have firm belief that we're going to be standing in between the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have firm belief that there is going to be heaven, and we firm belief that there's going to be hell. And for firm belief that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to judge each one of us. So it's based on firm belief. And this belief, brothers and sisters, is based on ghaib. It's based on unseen. And part of the believer, he believes in the unseen. الذين يؤمنون بالغيب, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said right in the beginning of the Quran, that we believe in what? Al-ghaib, the unseen. But brothers and sisters, we have to understand the following. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have given us senses. We could see, we could smell, we could taste, we could feel. But part of the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He have blessed human beings with, that He told us, He wanted us to believe not necessarily things that we only sense. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because it's normal for someone to believe what they can sense, because this is normal. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to believe things that we have not seen. We have not seen. Not part of blind faith. I'm going to get to that. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to believe things that are unseen. Why is that, brothers and sisters? Why is that? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, brothers and sisters, when He created the animals, and that's the difference between us and animals. Animals, they act on their senses only. Right? The animals, all the animals, they act on their senses. They sense, they see something, they run after it. They smell something, they go after it, right? But the difference between us and the animals is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have given us that we don't react only based on our senses, because that's going to make us like beasts. And some people chose to be like beasts. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to elevate us. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala وَلَقَدْ فَضَّلْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He wants to elevate the son of Adam. And He wants him to believe in the unseen, things that are not just barely based on senses, based on things that it's not, cannot be comprehended, cannot be imagined. Is this based on blind faith? No, brothers and sisters. Our deen and our religion is not based on blind faith. It's based on common sense and actually based on scientific, scientific evidences. How is that? Brothers and sisters, many of the things that we believe in, that we believe is true, is based on things that we have heard. Things that we have heard. Like for instance, all of you who are watching, you believe firmly that you have a grandfather, right? Have you ever seen him? No, you have not seen him. But you firmly believe that you have a grandfather, of course. So that's why part of even scientific discourse, even scientific belief, that if someone gives you a khabar, a news, and you are confident that the person who's giving you this khabar or this news is truthful, then we believe in it. Just like when we go to a doctor. The doctor, every time the doctor gives you a prescription, you tell him, well, show me how this antibiotic works, show me how this drug works. Because you trust in the doctor, you believe the doctor have done what he's supposed to be doing, and based on that, you take his advice. So therefore, if we believe that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was truthful, and he gave us the correct news, so scientifically speaking, we should believe in everything that he has said. And part of that, he told us that believe in the hereafter. And this is something part of the fitrah. This is part of our natural disposition, that we believe things, if they are truthful. Not necessarily we have to see it, not necessarily we have to feel it, But part of our many things that we believe in is not necessarily we have seen. And that's some of the things that distinguish us from animals. Animals, they only react on what they see and what they have felt. So even beyond that, is there evidences that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have put forth in the Quran that proves to us that the hereafter is coming? Yes. The very first thing is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the very first evidence number one, is the fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us. The fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us and created this whole world, then He definitely can, create us again or resurrect us again. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, وقالوا أئذا كنا عظاما ورفاتا أئنا لمبعوثون أئنا لمبعوثون وأنا لمبعوثون. And they say that the people who disbelieve that if we were dust and and bones, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to resurrect us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell them, he said قل كونوا حجارة أو حديدا أو خلقا مما يكبر في صدوركم فسيقولون من يعيدنا. They will say, who could bring us back? قل الذي فطركم أول مرة فسينغضون إليك رؤوسهم ويقولون متى هو قل عسى أن يكون قريبا. He said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, if they would say and they would claim, who could resurrect us again? He said, the one who have created you the first time. So logically speaking, if someone created you the very first time, he could be able to resurrect you again. And that's reasonable. And that's rational for anyone to comprehend and understand. And not only that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, أولم يرى الإنسان أنا خلقناه من نطفة فإذا هو خصيم مبين. And the son of Adam, they would say, and have we not so let Adam seen that we have created him out of nothing from a small blood clot, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وضرب لنا مثلا ونسي خلقه قل من يحيي العظام وهي رميم قل يحييها الذي أنشأها أول مرة وهو بكل خلق عليم. And they give you an example. Who could recreate the bone after it become dust? He said, the one who have created it the very first time. The one who have created it the very first time. And this is, again, that's rational for anyone to believe, And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, يوم نطوي السماء كطي السجل للكتب كما بدأنا أول خلق نعيده وعدا علينا إن كنا فاعلين. He said, in that day we'll bring things the way it was. Promise, as we have created the very first time. So, brothers and sisters, with all that being said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is rationally telling us that He is able to do so. Using common sense things that anybody would understand. So this is the very first evidence. The fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is able to create us the very first time, He's able to create us again. The other thing is the creation of everything. Yeah, look at the significance and the beauty of all the creation that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have created around us. Brothers and sisters, if we ponder about just this world, that what is this earth, the earth that we think is so big and so humongous, and sometimes takes us hours to travel. It takes us 20 hours to go from one place to another, through the plains. And maybe it might take a lifetime for someone to visit all the countries that exist in this world. Look! What is this Earth in comparison to the sun, and what is the comparison of this Earth in comparison to the whole solar system? What is our solar system in comparison to the Milky Way, and what's our galaxy in comparison to other galaxies? We are brothers, sisters, and all of this, even though how small this Earth, look at how many mountains it have, thousands of mountains with all different colors, with all different shapes, with different heights, with different weathers. Look at the millions of the types of planets that exist, and the 1,000 types of fruits and vegetables that exist, and if you go from one country to another, you would see different types of fruits and different types of planets, and you will see different types of insects and different types of animals. Look at how many rivers that exist between the landscapes and between the mountains all through this earth. With again, they have different routes, and they travel through different landscapes and different mountains. And subhanallah, look at the amount of seas, and how many seas that we have in this our earth. Brothers and sisters, it's really, you cannot imagine. Imagine how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created all this. Brothers and sisters, if you wanted to go out, if you want to go out of our solar system, the closest star The closest star, they say the closest star to the sun, you know how far is the closest star to the sun? Is 4 light years. Like 4 light years. You know what that means? It means that for us to travel from the sun to that star, it takes us approximately 26, and beside the 26, 12 zeros, mile, in order to get to that. You guys imagine this? In order for someone, the distance between the sun and the closest star is 26 with 12 zeros, miles, in order to get to that, to that star. But the magnitude and the sophistication and the beauty of the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is unimaginable. And you think that the one who created this, all of this beauty and all of this vastness, he cannot bring you back for the hereafter? No, Allah, he can. Wallahi, he can. He can. And he has something even more beautiful for us, prepared for the believers. He have the heavens, and he have the hellfire as a punishment for who disbelieve it. After they see all of this beauty, after they see all of this, and they deny it, and they disobey him. But this is something for us to reflect on. So this is the second reason. The third reason why it gives us evidence that the hereafter exists is what? Is the fact that is what we call the following. Is what we call that how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is able to give life to earth after its death. How Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have given life to earth after its death. And look at how many times you see, and subhanallah, and we see this all the time. Not necessarily a desert becoming a garden, not necessarily a desert becoming a garden. Look at the trees around you. How the trees now looking like in the winter? They're all dry. You think maybe they are dead, but as soon as spring would hit, it becomes green and beautiful. And all of this reminded, and how the gardens would spur and then become beautiful during springtime. And how Allah, and even further, how sometimes you see dry land that have no hope, all of a sudden become gardens. All of this, subhanAllah, make you think. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Ya ayyuha nasu in kuntum fi raybi min al-ba'thi fa inna khalaqnakum min turabin thumma min nutfatin. Oh people, if you were in doubt of the fact that we were able to resurrect you, look at how we created you out of dust. Look how we created you out of dust. فانظر إلى آثار رحمة الله كيف يحيي الأرض بعد موتها. Look at look at the effect of the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how he give resurrection to the earth after it was dead. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said إن ذلك لمحيي الموتى وهو على كل شيء قدير. He is the one who's able to resurrect you again after you are dead. Just like you are seeing a dry grass that you think you have no hope, such like you see a tree that is almost dead, within months you'll see it flourishing and green and giving fruits. Wallahi, brothers, this is verses for people who wonder and think. For those who wonder and think about the verses of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. إنما يذكر أولو الألباب. Those who think and ponder, they could, they're the one who are able to get it. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, يخرج الحي من الميت ويخرج الميت من الحي ويحيي الأرض بعد موتها وكذلك تخرجون. He is the one who is able to bring life after death and death after life. ويحيي الأرض بعد موتها. And he is the one who is able to give life to earth after it was dead. وكذلك تخرجون. And this is the way you're going to be resurrected. This is the way you're going to be resurrected. Wallahi, I witness that there is no God but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is prophet. So this is clear evidences for us to think and ponder, brothers and sisters. And the last thing, brothers and sisters, the fifth and the final reason that why we should have core belief in the hereafter is the fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not create us out of hearsay. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us for a reason. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and part of that reason that you're going to be accounted. When you look at this pen, look how a pen. It have a purpose. It have a reason. It have a mission. It have a beginning and it have an end. And you think the most sophisticated creation that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created you. You think that you're created because of hearsay? Because of abath? For no reason? No. You're created for a reason. And you have a beginning and you have an end. And one day and part of that reason is that one day you're going to be judged based on what right decisions you have made and what wrong decisions you have made. And this is something for us, brothers and sisters, to think about. So this is something for us to think about. Allah, then, brothers and sisters, it's indeed when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said أفحسبتم أنما خلقناكم عبثا أفحسبتم أنما خلقناكم عبثا وأنكم إلينا لا ترجعون. Do you think that we have created you out of for hearsay, for nothing, and you're not going to come back to us? أيحسب الإنسان أن يترك سدى? You think we create you and we let you go to be like this? No, brothers and sisters, no. That wouldn't make any sense whatsoever. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created you for a reason, and part of the reason you're going to be judged. And that's the most rational thing that anybody could understand. So, brothers and sisters, this is what we say when we believe in the hereafter. That we believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to judge us. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to bring us forth. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, just like I'm talking to you right now, know for sure Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to account you. Wallahi, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to account each one of us. And He's going to judge us based on the good things and the bad things that we have done. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to confirm our belief, and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make this a reflection on us. Make us change. Make us feel that we truly believe in the hereafter. And if you truly believe in the hereafter, this is going to reflect in everything that you do in your day. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless us. Jazakumullah khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.